Hey everyone, Editor Jordan here. So, Ben and I are still in the middle of our break. So, as a way to fill that break, we've decided to release some test episodes. So, these are episodes we recorded before we started our main venture into video game movies. So, these are these are movies like first and foremost, and then we played the games that are connected to them. So we are releasing Punisher and Alien Resurrection. So these are our thoughts on that very early on before we kind of understood our format a little bit better. But I still think Punisher and Alien are okay episodes. So I hope you like them. And yeah, so here's those.
Woo woo.
It's
Welcome everyone to Casting to Level Up, your video game movie review podcast, where we watch all movies based on video games. I am your host Ben with
Jordan.
and today we are doing Alien Annihilation.
Nope.
Alien Resurrection. There we go.
Annihilation would have been a much better time.
Yes, it would.
Uh,
Annihilating the idea of this movie would have been a better idea.
yeah. Do you know about this movie, like the production or anything?
I did a little research after I watched it. And there was, who was it? Someone was insanely so Joss Whedon,
Yeah.
the overrated everything in Hollywood,
Yep.
in my opinion.
He gave us Firefly, and that's about it. Oh, I guess he gave us Buffy too.
Yeah. He was insanely unhappy with the way that the director did the movie. That's kind of the biggest deep diving that I remember doing going into it.
Cool. So, if you checked more than one source, Joss Whedon's story changes every time, and it's incredible. So apparently, if you bring this up, he gets all squeamish and like. So he'll blame it on the studio, the director, the people who picked up the screenplay in the first place, because according to him, it was supposed to be a parody or something. I don't get.
Yeah, he didn't want it as serious.
Right. So, yeah, he'll blame it on everything but himself just being a shitty writer. Which are like, even great writers have shitty scripts, so he can get over it. Like, he gave us Toy Story. The man can just like relax. But he won't, because this movie is just that bad.
So yeah, it came out in November 6, 1997. Budget of $70 million, made 161.4, according to IMDb.
Yeah. So
it wasn't a flop.
Yeah.
But
it was.
I love the Alien series, and it I just don't consider this one a part of it.
This movie will put you on an alien kick, though. So I watched Aliens right after this.
Okay.
And then Alien 3. Then I went back to the original Alien. Then I watched Prometheus, which like grew on me. Because even like,
I think Prometheus ages well.
Yes. And I wouldn't call Aliens a great movie.
No.
Right after watching Resurrection, it was Oscar worthy. Like, it was so much better.
I think Aliens to me is by far outside of this one, it is, even though I don't consider this one an Aliens movie, Aliens is the most overrated Alien franchise movie.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
I put Covenant above Aliens.
Yeah. I didn't get to Covenant. I rewatched this movie instead to get ready for this. And I'm really sad I did that. So, let's talk about the game really quick. So the game team.
You beat this game.
I did.
And I learned that today.
I'll explain what happened. So Argonaut Games got this license to make an Alien game based on this movie that the script was about to go through rewrites for. So they got like plot points, but they didn't really know what to do with them because they said it didn't really make sense. Shocker. And then so they started making a top-down game, like a GTA game, like old school first GTA game.
So the original idea was to do a top-down Alien game for this movie.
Yeah.
They're not in a ginormous... Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So that didn't work, and then they were thinking, since Ripley was coming back after another script revisit, they were going to make a Tomb Raider style game. So like a third person, like Ripley being awesome thing. And then the game developers did something smarter than the movie where they went, oh no, Ripley's just kind of a person. So like that's, and we don't want to make like an action game. We want to make a horror game. So, and then the movie came out, a year after they got the rights. They all went and saw it and then went, this movie was underwhelming. And then later went, that movie was dog shit. So
can I give you my version of the retitle of this movie?
Yeah.
Alien : softcore porn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll get to the movie points in a second. I want to get through the game really quick. Yeah.
Everyone wanted to fuck in the movie. I'm sorry.
It is bad. It's like Joss Whedon didn't know how to open a scene without.
I don't want to get
somebody
too,
being horny.
I don't want to get too blue, but when I watch this movie, and I have only watched this movie twice. The first time was just to basically say that Alien is one of my favorite franchises, and I was very upset.
I watched them all, damn it.
And then watching it for this stupid fucking podcast, watching it and then actually taking notes, pausing, rewinding, rewatching. It was just a softcore porn.
Yes.
And I damn near watched the whole movie with a half chub.
Yeah, those
no more movie talk.
The clone and the tanks really did it for you.
Oh, the clone. Yeah.
Yeah. So the game developers saw this and went, well, we're not doing that. And so then they made it a first person shooter. Like, so it took 3 years after the movie came out for them to actually be done with this game. It was the end of the PlayStation 1 life cycle. But they did really, really care about it.
Yeah, because when did the PS2 come out? Because this came out in October of 2000.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 came out that November.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. And it was also bad that this game had Alien Resurrection slapped on the cover, so it didn't really have a chance. But honestly, it's not bad. It has modern controls. It's not the first one to do this. Medal of Honor takes that crown.
Yeah, because the game also supports the PlayStation mouse.
Yeah, it supports mouse and keyboard, which is like, it's seriously wild that they did that.
I just remember playing like Wolfenstein and other shooters of that genre on PC when I was a young kid, and this didn't even feel like it was close to that. And those games, I mean, the first Wolfenstein, what, early 90s?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It just it felt I don't even know how it felt because I only played it yesterday. But
yeah, and you were in a bad mood when you played it, which is fine.
Yeah, I had to read the title before I hit new game.
Yeah.
So
this game does something really interesting though, where they were having issues with the game difficulty, and the devs are on record going, we thought we should have made it harder because our team could beat it with a pistol. I call bullshit. If they can beat that game with a pistol, they need to record it and send it to me, because there's no way. There's a spot on Chapter 7 where if you don't have enough plasma rifle ammo, because this game doesn't give you any ammo, you're just dead and you can't progress. So, yeah. They said after it came out, like, oh, I guess it's too hard. Yeah, it's fucking hard for, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, so there's some enemies, a la, like, Resident Evil or Silent Hill, where you can just kind of run past them and you don't have to worry about them. That might happen twice in the whole game. So you can conserve ammo there. I don't know where else you're supposed to conserve ammo, because the rest, like, they're good developers. They made the original Star Fox. They made Croc. Like, they're not bad. They weren't a bad team. So they also made a ridiculously smart AI for the Xenomorphs. The Xenomorphs will try to get behind you.
Huh.
And, like, so they'll charge you for a second, and then they'll climb the fucking walls or something and get behind you. So, like, they're actively trying to avoid your bullets while aggressively coming after you. There's no, like, you're never in a safe, like, course of action when Xenomorphs are near you, which is really good for the horror aspect, but, like, trying to play it as a game, like, super unnecessary and not cool. So I ended up cheating just for ammo. And I also
up down left right R1.
No, it was
travel.
on an emulator, so I just used I'm terrible. But I looked it up, and almost everybody cheats, especially when you're playing it on an emulator, because this game is so taxing to run. Like, this was the end of the PlayStation life cycle, so people have figured out how to, like, kind of take the PlayStation to its limits, and this game really, really did that. But if you're playing on a PS1 or a PS2, which just has a PS1 chip, so I don't know if that counts as emulation, this game runs, like, phenomenally. If you try to run this even on a PS3, sometimes a key card won't load, and then you're soft locked. And for me, it happened in Chapter 9. There's 10 chapters in this game. It happened to be on Chapter 9. So I went, screw that, and started over with infinite ammo. So I don't feel bad, because this game, it just beats you down and then keeps you there and kicks you a bunch. But it's super fun to play, which, like, sucks, because I wish I could just shit all over this game. But it feels really, really good to play. It feels like baby's first Halo. If there was a multiplayer option, this would be like Halo. But just with slightly better control placements.
You're saying this is like a step into, like, the first Halo.
Yeah,
okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not a Halo fan.
Oh, okay.
But I have...
Oh, you don't like the pew-pews. That's right.
I have... No, I'm a Gears of War boy. Okay?
Oh, okay.
But
you like the pom-poms.
Yeah, and then give me the chainsaw. No, I have fond memories of Halo 1, playing that with friends. But I don't agree with that statement at all.
Well, you only played it for an hour.
It was close to 2.
Yeah.
But how many copies do you think this game sold?
Not a lot. Do you have the thing on there?
I do. 250,000.
Yeah, but look at that Metacritic score.
Someone was
61, where it says Alien Resurrection on the front. That's not a bad score for having that bullshit name on there.
So, but GamePro said that the game was a fine first-person shooter, but unless you're a big fan of the film, your better options are Medal of Honor and Quake 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Just based on difficulty alone. My favorite review, when I looked up all the reviews that I could find, if you click on that GameSpot one, they're going to say the worst enemy in the game is the controls. where like the controls are like
Yeah, they give it a 4.7.
this is the best controls, obviously, because now every single game uses these control placements. So them saying that just makes me laugh. Like,
well, I will say for it being for originally a PlayStation, and then I was able to play it using an Xbox One controller.
yeah,
I mean, it just for it being a game from 2000, I don't know. It just seems like that whole paradox of like where Jurassic Park had phenomenal CGI, and then you got movies after that. It's like, how did we regress so much after? Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
obviously I did not play the game all that much, but
I was shocked at how much fun I was having until Chapter 7, where, like, suddenly my system became possessed, and it just... I don't know. I love difficulty spikes when, like, they're earned. Like, Final Fantasy X, they have a difficulty spike with one of the bosses named Seymour. And if you're not properly leveled, that fight is really hard, but it's not impossible. It just asks you to know the game. I like difficulty spikes like that, where like either you can go back and grind up, or if you just know the game, if you've learned the game well enough to this point, you can also just get past it that way. This game went, oh, hey, you know how you've been playing this game? No matter how you've been playing this game, it wasn't good enough. Go fuck yourself. I'm like, but why?
all right. So what would you give this video game?
I'd go with Metacritic, honestly, a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Okay.
Yeah. Graphics are good.
I don't feel like I can give it a rating, but
Okay.
I will just copy your rating.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't play it enough to rate it, so.
Graphics are good. The storyline's better than the movie. Which, that's not hard, but there you go. Like, controls are good. I had to mess with the sensitivity a little bit, but that's not their fault. They didn't know. I could have used a mouse and keyboard. That's awesome. Like, I don't know. This game has a lot going for it. It just fucking hits you in the nuts near the end for, like, no reason. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. On to the wonderful film.
So, because there's not a lot of them, do you want to go over the positives of this movie real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Sigourney Weaver
Yes.
fucking gave it her fucking all for no reason.
All right. I will always love Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Always. She was my first crush as a child.
Mm-hmm.
It was her, Jessica Rabbit, and the Pink Ranger.
So much just started making sense.
Exactly. I'm gonna say that's about the only highlight of the film.
I still have...
There was one kill where... There is one kill where I wanted to stand up and say, fuck yeah, because it was really nice. But then I realized what movie I was watching.
Yeah, which kill was it?
When the shotgun goes through the hole, or shoots through...
Oh, yeah, Sigourney...
Shoots through the body.
Yeah, Ripley kills the
Yeah.
first alien.
Yeah.
Okay, and I still have a little boy crush on young Winona Ryder. She's not great in this movie. Her character's not great.
No.
There's a plot twist for no reason. Just all bad. But I still enjoy seeing young Sigourney or Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
And
It made me want to watch Beetlejuice.
yeah. Except I feel like I can't have a crush on her in Beetlejuice anymore. I'm too old for that. I don't know how old she was.
It's not how old she was then, it's how old she is now.
No. No.
That's how it works.
No.
Hey.
The Olsen twins are old enough. You want to go take a look at their baby?
Age is just a number, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's...
I did say okay before I processed what you said.
can't unwrite what's been recorded. Okay, so
I can delete it in post.
The way I took my notes was just from the beginning of the movie. My first note is Ken doll ? Because we're introduced to Ripley.
Yeah.
And it looked so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then in the intro to the video game, they also show that same.
Do you want to talk about the opening line of this fucking movie?
Sure.
My mom said that monsters aren't real, but they are. What am I watching? If I was in the theaters and that was the first line to an Alien movie, I would get up and leave.
Yeah.
I would be like, no way. I was so mad.
So, and, alright.
So
I got another note. And maybe I missed something when the hot, horny scientists were... those scientists were the horniest of all of them. If they can clone Ripley from what they said I believe was a single piece of DNA...
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just not clone the alien? Why did they need Ripley to make the queen to make all the aliens?
Well, because they wanted the alien, and the alien needed a host, so they just used the host? That's what I assumed.
But you don't need a host if you have a queen. Because the queen lays the eggs, and then you just get bodies.
Right. I don't know.
Okay, well, that was a really early on plot hole.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many in this.
Yeah, and then, so, third note, beginning oddly sexual.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, I don't know his name, but he was the ponytail doctor.
Oh, yeah. I have something to say about that scene, too.
Yeah, it just... Oh, and then the... All right, yeah, go ahead, because the next thing is...
So, my favorite thing when I'm watching shitty movies is when the editor was obviously editing this, realized this was a shit movie, and then tried to fix some points. So...
I'm going to say that the editor was editing probably 2 to 3 movies all at the same time while doing this same movie.
Probably.
Because I'm convinced that they shot 2 different Alien movies, and I'll even say they probably tried to shoot Joss Whedon's version of this movie. I don't want to say that, but I did.
I think this was Joss Whedon's version.
But it feels like there was 2 movies being filmed at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Winona's character changes all the time. Sigourney's character changes all the time.
Yeah. So they ADR'd after they take the alien out of Clone Ripley. They ADR the ponytail doctor going, "Can we keep her?" Like super fucking creepy. Which is fine. All the scientists are like Looney Tunes characters. They're all like, "Oh, look, she thinks you're her mother."
Ponytail Doctor watched Weird Science one too many times.
Yeah, like it's a creepy line,
I
but
can make it happen.
Yeah, you don't see his face, so they added that later.
Yeah.
And then the head scientist goes, "How's the host?" "Okay, so we're up." And then Ponytail Doctor looks sad, like, "Oh, I have to save her now." Like, you asked, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So, like, I know that was ADR, and I know he didn't say that. I know that wasn't in the original script. And it's all bad. Like, the way they fixed it was bad. The initial concept of just that whole scene's bad.
So, do you think the whole scene, and...
I'm, like, yelling now. I'm looking at my levels.
I've seen that, it's the guy who runs the whole establishment, but the whole where he has to breathe into the sensor to open the door.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think someone actually wrote that, though? Like that, like you write that on a piece of paper for a movie or a play.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, it's so...
You know that you made a bad whatever. Like,
yeah. There's 2 things in this movie. That's one of them that I was going to bring up. That's just so they can have the scene later where Winona Ryder's spraying all the stupid little mace sprays or whatever to open the door to see Ripley. Which that scene by itself also doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, not at all.
So they did that. The other one is we'll get to it, but
and then
there's another one.
I'm not sure how far in, but we get to see Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
So
stab a guy
actually,
right away.
Actually, we need to rewind this podcast to when we said what are the good things, because there was a really good pause, and I was hoping you weren't going to say anything, to be truly honest, and then we just would have went into the review.
Yeah.
But we forgot to mention Ron Perlman, because Ron Perlman is. We can't ever let that man go.
Yeah.
He to me is the next Betty White.
Yeah, he's something. And
the only note I have for Ron Perlman is RP is always RP. And because that's all that Ron Perlman can do.
Yeah. Yeah, he's something special.
Yeah, because when that crew comes on, we had a whole nother mixture to the whole sexual pot that's going on in this lab. And just everyone in this movie needs to fucking get it out of their system.
Dude, I really think if everybody had spent the night that the alien escapes just jerking off instead of like Ron Perlman's like drinking and shit, Winona Ryder wouldn't have been able to get to Ripley by pretending to be drunk.
We really need to talk about that because there's no fucking security on this lab.
Except when she exits the cell
out
of nowhere.
I'm sorry.
And it's the
when it's
head,
plot convenient.
And it's the head of the place. Like, it's not just some guy. Like, anyway. Yeah. But yeah, if Ron Perlman and the other guy, I don't remember his name, the guy who gets killed
Hold on.
3 scenes later.
Oh, I need to... Hold on. Sorry. I need to know this guy's name. Oh, see? I told you I'd get the clicks in. Alright. Who's the general guy who did the breathing thing?
Oh, God. I don't know. That guy. Dan Hedaya, maybe? That looks right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so moving through the movie. So... General, I don't know what his name was.
Hedaya. There you go.
General Hedaya?
There you go.
Okay, General Hedaya.
It's his last name. I don't fucking know his name.
So Dan Hedaya, the guy who runs this lab, he's speaking to... Which I was actually sad that guy got killed so fast, because he's in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Anyway.
The captain guy?
The captain of Ron Perlman. So Ron Perlman's crew leader.
He's also in Nope, which you need to watch. And
speaking to... Which I was actually sad that guy got killed so fast, because he's in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Anyway.
The captain guy?
The captain of Ron Perlman. So Ron Perlman's crew leader.
He's also in Nope, which you need to watch. And they utilize his voice in the best way.
He has a great voice.
Fucking... One of the best. Yeah. I'm shocked he's not just in everything based on his voice, like Morgan Freeman.
So I'm not sure if you noticed this, but when the general and then the guy who's overseeing the mercenary crew, is he eating a lemon?
I don't know. Is he?
It really looks like he's eating a lemon. And he's eating the rind.
That wouldn't surprise me for this movie.
But no one brings it up during the movie.
They don't bring a lot of stuff up during the movie where I'm like, what? They over-explain and under-explain in this movie like crazy.
So here's another like inconsistency that was really bothering me. So they have all these regulations. I mean, you have to breathe on a science fiction style doorknob to get into a door.
Right.
But the mercenary crew, who's just bringing bodies in, they're able to basically wander wherever they want to.
Yeah.
They can just walk up to Ripley, who is one of their crown jewel achievement in this whole entire facility, play basketball.
Oh, yeah.
They have free range, and even General Hedaya is questioning that guy and his crew the whole time, but then just, oh, yeah, just fucking walk around, it's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's locked, Also, my breath smells like lemons, so no one else, I'm the only one who can eat lemons on the ship, so that's how I can get into all these security doors.
Right. I also want to touch on something real quick. Was it ever... So I just rewatched the movies. They were just on in the background, so I could have missed just any time they talked about it. Is Ripley from Earth?
I believe so.
Okay, because to me this felt like the first time anybody had brought up Earth or Congress. Because apparently there's a Congress that...
So I could be mistaken, but I think the first Alien movie takes place in like 2080.
Right.
And then after the first Alien movie, she's like wandering through space for like 30 years.
Right.
And then I don't know the time frame between 2 and 3.
Or I don't know. She died like 400 years before
this
Resurrection.
Okay.
Or like 200
and then
some odd years.
One thing that I do like to watch in movies is if extras do talk, because if extras talk, they have to pay them like a base. None of the extras talked in this movie. And I loved it all the time.
They're there just to die.
And I don't know, because it was one of Ron Perlman's crew. Like, they were talking to one of the guards, and they're like, "What you get? Are you not going to say anything?" And I'm like, "No, they're not going to say anything because they don't want to fucking pay these people." I just thought it was funny.
Good production note. Usually, I'm the one with the production notes.
Well, because fun fact, I was an extra in a movie.
What movie?
We will have to visit this back because I don't know the name.
Oh,
my mom does.
Okay.
All right. Side tangent. Here we go.
Okay.
So.
We got to do casting couch after this.
Yeah, we're gonna need like a theme song.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Casting couch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
halfway through the movie, we'll do the cast.
No. So, in Michigan, so there was this rumor that Mel Gibson was filming a movie in our area. Somehow, that's how the rumor started.
Okay.
And it was at this church. So I tell my mom about it, and she goes, "Well, let's go." My mom loved Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Basically before the whole anti-human things, yes.
Yeah.
So
such a great guy.
So we go out to this church, and it's not that far from our house, and we pull up, and there is just a mini army of people. And we're talking to this one person, and she's like, "No, Mel Gibson's not affiliated with this movie. It's an independent film," she said, "but the director of Gremlins, or the producer of Gremlins, I can't remember which one, was overseeing the film."
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
So it was a film about some pandemic that happened during, I want to say, World War I. And all I did was just lay in a cot bed.
Oh.
Yes. Side fact, and there's a photo of it because my wife does not believe me. I kissed the leading actress.
Did you?
I did.
And there's a photo of it?
There's a photo of it.
Who's the actress?
Could not tell you her name.
Wow.
Yes.
Good job.
It was a long time ago.
All right. How old were you?
I think I was a junior in high school.
Wow. Because they have you kissing full adults?
It was... Well, let's not talk about that.
Okay. Different time, I guess.
Did not make those connections. It wasn't on the film.
It wasn't a church. I guess that makes sense.
It was outside the church. No, so
Somehow
she pecked me on the cheek, and I laughed, and I said, I said something stupid and cheesy, and then she stood there with her eyes closed, and then I just went in and kissed her.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
she's in prison.
Now that I think, I filed charges. Now that I think about it, oddly resembles my wife now.
Oh no! What is this actress?
I'm gonna have my mom send me photos so I can show you. So yeah.
Okay.
So we're to the basketball scene. Do you have anything?
Yes, I have more. But first, let's talk about this cast of wonderful people. This is casting couch now. Man, I have so much to say. So yeah, we got Sigourney Weaver, Winona Ryder, Ron Perlman. We've gone through all that. Who was Kim Flowers?
Dan Hedaya. I don't know. Oh, just one of the mercenaries?
Oh, yeah, she's the, like, let's not kill people. Okay. Danique prawn.
So, just jumping to the end, when you first watched this, did you know that Winona was the android? Because every alien movie has to have an android.
No, but also when it happened, I so didn't care.
That is true.
Like, that's such
I think I was more mad that like they didn't even like allude to it at all.
Right. If you need a robot, you already have like a robot type character who's killing it in Sigourney Weaver. So why would you do that? Her name is literally Ripley 8. That could absolutely just be a fucking robot. Anyway,
Raymond Cruz. He's in
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to find the guy, the voice that we're talking about.
It's Michael.
Michael Wincott?
Yeah, he's that guy. His voice. He must just be like a shitty person to work with or something. Cause like
he does not get work.
Yeah. Right? Like he doesn't. I don't get it. But God, his voice is so good. Click on his movies. Maybe he's just like an indie person. He just does lots of indie movies, maybe.
So yeah, Scarecrow, Long Came a Spider. No.
Oh, the Three Musketeers. That's the best one. That's the best Musketeer movie. Who was he in The Count of Monte Cristo?
Where's
your mouse was over? Oh, he's the torturer guy. Oh, that's right. I love that movie.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jim Caviezel's in. Okay.
And it's really good, Ben. That's one of my favorite movies.
You are seriously a hard push away from just like leading the QAnon.
I hate persons of interest. If that gives me any saving grace. Yeah, I got nothing. I love Count of Monte Cristo. It's such a good movie.
It's not a bad cast, but just
no. So that's kind of what I was gonna get to. The cast, like. Some of them I could tell knew they were in a shitty movie and not giving 100%.
Well, when you have Ron Perlman, and I'm saying this with so much love. I'm saying this with
this is early
so
Ron
much...
Perlman. You could have...
Ron Perlman. In my notes, it says RP is always RP.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you cast Ron Perlman, you know what you get. And whoever directed Hellboy somehow was able to get... Well, probably because he was covered in
right, I was about
body
to say,
paint, but,
yeah.
But no, I don't know. Like seeing a lot of the people, like it reminded me of a lot of '90s movies that I watched as a kid. So
yeah, but this, yeah.
So you want to use Casting Couch as we talk about the cast, or do you want to Casting Couch? See, I didn't know if we were going to use it as like a 0.5. So like this episode is like 0.01.
Oh, okay.
Because it's our testing one, but I didn't know like when we finally get into the real like Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
And then we'd have a 0.5 episode in between Super Mario Bros. And whatever movies after that.
Oh, where we just talk about the cast,
or we talk about like corrections, omissions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Film porn, whatever.
Yeah, we can do that.
Can we talk about that for a second? You can completely cut this out. We're at 40 minutes.
Yeah. We're going faster than I thought we were going to.
What is up with that genre?
Which one?
The Casting Couch genre in porn. I don't understand it.
That the girl has to do whatever you say.
It's so unbelievable.
Right. Well, I don't think it's supposed to be believable. What porn is believable?
True, but I don't watch porn for the storyline. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It's just it's never been my bag, baby. I just I don't know. I was just asking a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's a power thing, I'm sure.
Okay.
Like,
well, same thing, I guess, with like the whole taxi. Like,
it's the same thing.
Like, this Uber driver fucked his ride.
I'm right, and like the most.
I don't have any money.
One of the most like popular like type of porn is like tentacle porn, where the woman literally can't move. Like, it's just power.
So us as humans, we just never mind. We're
I'm not going there, Ben.
Nope. Okay, all right. Hey, Speaking of,
I like being tied up.
So we're at the basketball scene,
Oh, God.
and the only thing I have...
We're at the beginning of the fucking movie still, Ben.
we're not that far.
Aliens haven't even done anything
So,
yet.
Ron Perlman, I love him. He gives off some rapey vibes. And he pulls a full-blown Joe Biden in this movie.
Which part?
Where he goes up and sniffs Sigourney Weaver's hair.
Oh, yeah.
He pulls a Joe.
Yeah. He does do that. That whole scene.
But he gets punched in the face quickly after.
Yeah. Also, like... So that scene's really uncomfortable for many reasons. But not to... I don't want to be this guy, but I'm going to for a second. To me, watching the scene, it looked at the beginning like Ron Perlman wanted to play basketball.
Yes, it did.
And Sigourney Weaver was being an asshole.
Because the next thing I have written, did Ron deserve to be hit in the throat over that? I'm right there with you, bud. We'll take this plane and crash together.
He did go full creep.
Yes.
So he did deserve to be punched for that. But he even goes, if you don't want to play basketball,
yes,
we can do something else.
Yes.
Like, he says something slightly creepy there, but he's like, we can play basketball. Let's just play basketball.
Well, Ron Perlman just wanted to play basketball.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened. That whole scene doesn't make any sense to me. She could have just played basketball, made friends with the crew early. It would have made narrative sense.
Yeah.
Like, then there was more of an incentive for Winona Ryder to get into the cell to, like, talk to her. Because, like, that comes out of nowhere. Winona Ryder already knows about the fucking aliens. There's so much wrong.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
And then Ripley bleeds, and we see that she's
the
acid,
xenomorph thing, creature, whatever.
which has its own questions. Because they've talked about how the xenomorph's blood can be acidic, but she clearly has human.
Right.
It's just she so conveniently has what the movie needs and wants,
dude,
of the aliens aspect.
Yeah, and they like dial her up and down
all the time.
So much.
That's why I said there's two movies filmed at the same time.
Right. Like, and they also like
the director's cut of this movie is probably 4 hours long because you're going to watch two different movies.
Right. For sure. They also like. So, what makes Ripley a cool character to you? Like, from, like, Alien 1.
Oh, Alien 1? So, Alien 1, she is the most, like, she doesn't want the person infected on the ship. She is anti-movie in a movie. Like,
right.
Like, if Ripley had her way in Alien 1, the movie would have lasted up until the point where they tried to bring the person on, and then the thing would have died, and then we wouldn't have had an Alien franchise.
Yeah.
But she's such a strong person, and she speaks her mind and she says her shit. She does the same thing in Avatar.
Yeah.
The first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah.
But she's such a badass.
She is.
Like that's the main thing.
Right.
And really back then she was, I wouldn't say she was the first, but she was definitely one of the first like lead strong, like, hero female characters in Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing action movies.
Yeah. So it happens a little bit in 2, but like rewatching them.
But I feel like I don't like 2. Sorry to interrupt you. I feel like I don't like 2 as much because 1's done so perfectly because there's one alien.
Right.
And now she's with an army, and it kind of takes away the Ripley-ness of the movie.
For sure.
That's why I don't like 2 as much.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, it happens a little bit in 2, but especially 3 and this fucking movie. They make Ripley like inhuman. Like she just knows what the alien's gonna do. It's really egregious in this one, but it does happen a bunch in 3 where, like, suddenly she's the xenomorph expert, and I'm like, but I don't know where you got that. There's no textbooks for you to read. There's you observing stuff, but you cannot be that observant unless you're superhuman.
Jordan, would you rather be book smart or street smart?
Both.
Because Ripley's pretty street smart when it comes to xenomorphs.
She is, but suddenly she's the goddamn, like, MacGyver of the fucking xenomorphs for, like, no reason.
I don't remember it that much in 3.
So 3...
4, she just acts like... Well, it's weird because she, like, almost has sex with some of the xenomorphs. It's just... It is,
yeah. So in 3, she gets infected with the baby, and then, like, has one interaction with a xenomorph where she's had other interactions where they, like, were just kind of, like, doing a stare down thing. It leaves her alone, and she goes, oh, it must be because I'm already infected. Like, how did you make that leap? That's so great that you did that, I guess, but, like, what? How did you just know that? I gotta
rewatch 3, because I have fond memories of 3.
3's really good. Yeah. It is really good, but they do start to, like, take away, I think, what makes Ripley great, where, like, in the first one, she knows the ship inside and out, so she's able to, like, outmaneuver the alien, like, enough to where, like, the climax is coming. She just happens to be in, like, the cargo bay with the mech suit.
Yeah.
And is able to take it out. She doesn't plan anything. She doesn't know anything about the xenomorph. She knows it's bad, and she's seen a couple things it can do, and she's just surviving.
Yeah.
And what makes her a badass is she's really good at surviving, and she knows her environment, and that's what makes her cool. And then, come fucking Resurrection, they're just like, and now she has super strength and acid blood, and she knows everything about everything.
She can leap a single a building in a single
bound.
Right,
like, what the fuck? Why?
All right, I got a question.
Okay. I might have an answer.
Do you massage your wife's feet?
I was gonna bring this up. Why does she moan like that?
No, not even that part, okay? So, we're talking about the scene of Michael Wincott, and then I'm not sure who the other actor is. She's laying on her stomach getting a foot massage.
Yeah.
Who does... You know what? They deserve to die. They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, she's also like, her butt is in the air. Like, yes. She's not laying on her stomach. She's laying, like, on her, like, chest area and her knees, because her ass is in the air, and then so there's a lot of pressure on her knees because her feet are also up in the air. Like, they just tried to make her look as sexy as possible, and then some dude just massaging her feet.
You're not wearing socks. I'm half tempted to give you a foot massage while you lay on your stomach, because if you think about it, so the top of your foot would be where your thumbs are, and that's where you're going to put most of the pressure.
Yeah,
that would be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, that's not a good massage. That's
okay. And then,
well, and I don't get it, because he's earlier is like, oh, I just can't handle when a woman's in a chair all strapped up, because, you know, everybody in this movie just needs to get laid.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't. It looks like he gives her a foot massage.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like they had sex.
Everyone wants to have sex in this movie, but no one's wanting, like. Everyone acts like they're DTF,
right?
But then they're like, I don't want to get out of my clothes. It's such a weird vibe.
It is.
And I have another note of no security. Winona Ryder walking around doing whatever.
Yeah,
because this
multiple times. Yeah, they get on the ship. The general guy has a talk with the captain. The captain's like,
guns drawn on him when they walk on the ship.
Yeah,
like, and security to the top.
Yeah, and then the captain guy goes, oh, I'm assuming you're doing something that's not Congress approved. And then he goes, yep. And then that's it. They're friends now. They're the best of friends. And I'm like, what? What happened? It doesn't make any sense.
And then Ripley and Winona's conversation. Oh, I am sorry. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
So when Winona's character goes to Ripley,
Oh, the
and
aliens haven't even escaped
I
yet.
know, but like their conversation's still sexual.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can end the pain right now. Like, it's weird.
The way she delivered that line made me think that character has never killed anyone.
No.
Ever.
No, I don't think she has. She's a robot, and she likes humans, so I don't think that was part of her programming. Because Okay. I also... Like, Ripley... Okay, hang on. No, okay, there's more stuff. I'm gonna... There's a couple scenes before the thing I really need to talk about, so... But yeah. They have the thing, and then the xenomorph fucking kills all its babies? Is that what happened?
Are you talking about when they escape?
Yeah.
So okay, so
if you need to talk about the Winona scene more, that's fine.
No, because it was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. Can I have one more beer?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No, I have Alien's version of Jurassic Park raptors. So what you're talking about is where the xenomorphs kill one.
Is it only one?
Yeah. So,
I thought there were 3 in the cage, and the mom killed 2.
So the xenomorphs, when they're in that cage with Ponytail Guy, they select one to kill, so the acid would melt through.
Yeah.
Because evidently
it's also magic acid.
Xenomorphs now can talk to each other, which has never been established as far as my memory goes.
I mean, it has been like 400 years. Maybe they evolved to not.
Okay, but how can
all
right? Good question. But how can that species evolve at the rate that you're kind of suggesting? When I mean, any xenomorphs that we see, they're basically starting over every single time.
Okay, kind of. So the xenomorph...
Are you saying that they have a collective hive mind throughout the whole entire galaxy?
No. No? I don't think so. I know there's a xenomorph expert out there.
The xenomorphs talk to each other because it was plot convenience.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen a xenomorph kill another xenomorph up until now.
But they do talk to each other in Aliens.
You don't have to talk about Aliens.
I know, I'm just...
Aliens is bad. It's a bad movie. It's a bad movie. James Cameron ruined the series because he introduced the Queen.
They talk to each other in Covenant, too.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah. So that's a thing. And also, they obviously evolve very quickly because of the fucking bullshit thing at the end that has human fucking eyes because it got fucking Ripley's DNA or something. I don't... Anyway, we'll get there because that whole scene.
Yeah, that's going to be a long talk.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Do you know what it originally was supposed to look like?
I have no idea. Is it supposed to just look like Ripley?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
We will get to it.
Okay, so yeah, that scene happens. I don't know what happens between that and the original crew in the hallway. My brain scrubs that from my brain.
So all the military crew is evacuated.
That's right. Okay.
So, but in between that and then General whatever his name was, I had this note, and maybe if this sparks anything for you. Is Ripley scared of the aliens? And I don't... So it would have been after when they killed the one. Someone's phone's not on silent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that note bringing up any...
Yeah. Okay,
I'm just not remembering that scene.
There is a scene before this that I was going to talk about too. There's a scene where everybody's getting infected. Like, the scientists are, like, doing the creepy, like, faculty fucking pose or whatever. In front of, like... There's people in front of eggs. And they're trying to infect the people. And then one dude...
Because the mercenary crew brought human bodies.
Right. one dude just wakes up and immediately knows what's happening and starts screaming.
Yes.
For no reason. Did they brief him beforehand? Like,
no.
Okay, cool. And then we see that guy again. The guy, I don't think they tell us that guy's name. He wasn't introduced before that, but the camera lingers on him and the scientist. Like, they have some fucking connection for so long. And, like, then the scene is like, the only relevance of that scene is that guy that they lingered on is in the movie later with an alien in him.
Oh,
which, like,
yeah. Okay, wait. He's got the best kill scene in the movie.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
for sure. Yeah, that's the one that I was going to take my vote.
No, I did remember that the guy starts screaming who wakes up because no one really outside of government and like anyone who's been trying to remake all the aliens throughout the movies, because that's what always happens. Mm-hmm. This guy wouldn't know. He would have this weird gelatinous flower bulb in front of him.
Right.
And then
he doesn't look at it though.
Oh, he's just screaming.
He looks at the scientist and goes, "Ah! What? Why?"
I think I would have been more scared when the face hugger, aka
yeah, only one face hugger in this movie.
A flying pussy comes at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really underutilized the face huggers. Like,
yeah.
There's only one.
I think face huggers scare me more.
Oh, absolutely.
Because their batting average is so much better than a xenomorph.
Absolutely.
It's like
in the game too.
The
game tricks you so many times and forces you to get infected at least twice. But points to the game, like, so you have like a meter, like a time limit on when the alien's gonna explode out of you. So you have to get it irradiated out of you. So you have to get to like a radiation chamber, and then it like kills it.
You gave this a 6 out of 10.
I did.
Every word you just said makes me want...
Because it adds an extra like thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, but the next phase, so they don't affect your HP the first time. They just infect you. Anytime they climb at you after that, they just start stabbing your neck. So then you lose HP. So I thought that was a really cool mechanic. Like, kind of like in 3, they're not going to reinfect you if you're already infected. They're just going to try to kill you. That way the egg can just like do its egg thing. Again, points for the game, no points for the movie.
No. I will give this movie no points. So all the military is evacuating, and then the general. I wrote this down because it's such bad CGI when he throws the grenade.
Oh yeah.
All right. The last time I did anything like that was in high school in 2007.
And we skipped a scene that I wanted to talk about.
And I feel like my CGI that I have done on CAD was better.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
was bad.
Yeah. Which is weird because the xenomorphs look great. Like,
xenomorphs are to me like the best monsters.
Yeah.
That Hollywood's ever made.
Except for the thing at the end, but like
that's not a xenomorph.
Yeah, it's really not. Like no matter like as long as they keep making xenomorphs look like they do, like you can't fuck it up. Just like keep repeating yourself, and xenomorphs are just gonna look great. God damn. Ben just pulled up the picture of the stupid thing at the end.
The creature.
The creature. So...
Alright, what scene did you want to talk about?
After Winona Ryder goes to see Ripley, they interrogate...
My note is her flip-flopping on... It says, Winona's character flip-flop killing their kind. I don't know. This might be around the time I just kind of gave up on this movie.
Okay.
To be completely honest.
Yeah, that's why I had to watch it twice. Like, this movie really wants to set up really cool weapons, the okay, so the military comes into their ship or whatever, where the mess hall, and goes like, "Oh, this woman's a terrorist, so you must all be terrorists." And then the captain goes, "Okay." Ron Perlman has a water bottle gun.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot about this scene. I forgot about this.
And I wrote down, "Kill the security mess hall," or "killing in the."
I just. All right.
But the black dude has like bone guns.
Yeah.
The fuck was that? It like comes out and then
No. They're just attached to his arms.
oh,
Yeah.
that's better.
Because they
And then they never come up again.
no, but they showed it in like the beginning because like so like when the mercenaries
They
are flying.
established this? I did not realize.
Yeah. So when the mercenaries are flying to the lab station, you can see them like they're figuring out how to like cover up all of their guns and stuff.
When you were watching this movie for the first time, did you pick up that the mercenaries are on a different fucking ship from the fucking army people?
Yes, because they shown them flying in.
I thought it was all the one ship. Until they actually start docking at the fucking main base, I thought it was one setting with a bunch of fucking people. I thought
So you just thought the military's hanging out with some mercenaries?
I thought they were all military. For the first like 10 minutes, I was like, Ron Perlman.
One half is clearly wearing Western style dusters.
Okay, but
And
Ripley's
the other
crew
is wearing uniforms.
Ripley's crew was also military. She's a lieutenant. They don't wear
talking about the
military
first
rigs.
one?
Yeah.
They weren't military. They were like surveyors and stuff.
Ripley says she's a lieutenant.
Yeah, but you okay?
They're a branch of the government.
If you're the captain
Or
of the
army.
ship, that doesn't mean that you're in the military. That's the same concept. Because
Okay, but then when
her ship
Ripley
had-
introduces herself to Winona, she says Lieutenant whatever 3067.
if I swear to God, if this is a bleed off effect from Aliens 2, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
It might be.
Because she has a title in Aliens 1,
Yeah.
but that's just because they deem spaceships as vessels, like regular ships,
Sure.
and they carry the same title. Same thing
Maybe.
with Prometheus
Yeah.
and Covenant.
Okay,
I swear to
I
God,
guess.
if she got lieutenant rank from Alien... Oh,
Lieutenant's not very high.
I don't care.
Okay.
That means that it's from Aliens 2, and that
That's
pisses
like
me off.
one step after recruit.
That's Sergeant. I don't want to Google this.
No, it's not. Sergeant is like a authority.
Keep on talking about your scenes.
Okay.
We're doing this.
I could be wrong. Oh man, what was I gonna talk about? Shit. No, I don't remember.
We were at. So they've all escaped bad CGI from the grenade.
Yes. So I don't understand why Ripley can't just say which fucking side she's on. She just makes fucking like problems for herself by not saying it. Like, she's obviously, by the end of the movie, we know she's not on the xenomorph side. Yeah, but the xenomorphs escape, and she starts fucking smiling like she's so happy that they're escaping.
I'm not looking that up.
I just want to Google to give me a quick answer, and it didn't.
Yeah.
A
Well,
bird-
if you zoom in there, I'm sure it'll tell you.
Yeah, but then I gotta move.
Okay. Anyway.
So this is coming up to one of
The best kills is where
Yeah.
Ridley uses a guy's body to kill the alien.
Yeah.
That was... Yeah.
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 It's fucking phenomenal. They
It
somehow
almost made me stand up.
they somehow got the commander guy as a hostage at this point. I don't remember how that happened. I guess it was after the shootout. Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Why doesn't the captain have any fucking hidden weapons? He just lets his crew do it? The fuck's that about?
Because he would just throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
He also is like, I'm gonna slit your fucking throat, little girlie, if you are fucking lying to me. Does he not know she's a robot? She's just been chilling out. He doesn't know. He's a bad captain.
I don't think anyone knew.
He's a bad captain.
But he's got an amazing voice.
He does. He's so bad at his job.
But those dulcet tones, they'd make my pants drop.
I'm sure he's a great singer. He's bad at his job and he should not have been made captain. He does not.
So...
Oh, hey, black guy in front of the military, can you just shoot them all, please? Thank you. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
So we're up to Ripley seeing all the clones before her.
Oh, no, I got shit to talk about before that.
Oh, okay. Well, when you get to the clones, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Ripley kills the xenomorph, rips its tongue out.
I forgot.
Gives it to Winona Ryder.
Here's a souvenir.
I thought, like, oh, maybe that's like a new defense thing. Like, if they have the tongue, maybe it like gives a scent or something because xenomorphs don't have eyes.
No, that's Sigourney Weaver just doing what this shitty movie wants her to do because it makes no sense.
Right. Yeah, Winona Ryder immediately goes, ew, and throws it away. I'm like, so what was the point of that?
It's because they did two movies at the same time.
And it's just so when Ron Perlman is being Ron Perlman at the end, what fucking Sigourney Weaver can pull it, like, hold on to his tongue and go, you want another souvenir? No, obviously she didn't want the first one. What do you mean another? Like,
fucking love Ron Perlman. I love that man so much. Oh god,
it's so dumb.
Strength to you, Ron Perlman. You know what? Shout out to Ron Perlman. He's out there for the actor strike.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And
actor strike?
Yeah, because the actors joined the writers.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that.
A month ago. And
I'm behind.
Ron Perlman allegedly made a threat to one of the people in Walt Disney.
Oh.
Because he released how much he made a year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was during the time when they said the strikes will end when people start losing their houses, like a CEO said that.
Yeah.
And then Ron Perlman got on and was like,
"You make this much money?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Good for him."
You imagine like pissing someone off. All right, you piss off Ron Perlman, and then you see that man. He's old now.
Oh.
But you see him walking towards you like down an alley.
Yeah.
I mean, you better call your closest loved one and tell them, here's the number to the safe. I'm gonna be murdered right now.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we've talked about this before though. But it bears repeating. He does give me the same whatever energy The Rock gives. Where, like, they have to be good people because there's nothing against them. Like, there's no, like...
Hold on. Before you say another word, you have not been on TikTok lately.
Oh, no, what happened?
Oh no.
What happened?
You shouldn't talk about The Rock.
Oh, no, what happened with The Rock?
So, you know the whole Maui thing?
Yeah.
Alright, do you know how much The Rock is, like, worth?
Yeah.
$1 billion.
Right.
Do you know how much Oprah's worth?
3.4 billion.
2.5.
Oh, okay.
They went on TikTok or Instagram asking for money for the people of Maui.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know how much money Oprah's charity thing has made so far? Take a guess.
3 million.
$143.
Jesus Christ. Oh, good.
Because people are fucking pissed.
Good. I would be too.
Yeah. And it makes me sad because I don't think I like Dwayne Johnson as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I love his movies.
Yeah.
But, yeah, everyone just said, fuck you.
So, what I mean by, like, things against him...
So, like, his energy? Like, Ron Perlman's energy is like The Rock's energy?
Yeah, it's, like, super macho, but So guys like that, I always assume is gonna like have like a sexual assault case against them at some point, because it happens to so many like athletes and shit.
See,
right?
to me, well, throw shade at The Rock. Hey, Dwayne, if you're listening, you couldn't make it in the NFL, bud. So, no.
Jesus Christ.
People hate him. Trust me. This will get waves.
Yeah.
I don't get the Rock energy from RP.
I get like
We're calling him RP because he's going to be on
Diesel.
another movies of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, Vin Diesel, he's so far up his own ass. I mean,
I guess that's fair.
but like he,
Maybe Jason Statham then.
no, because to me, Jason Statham doesn't take like his job seriously. Like he,
Oh, that's fair.
he gets jobs and he does them, but he's not like Jason Statham knows he's never gonna win an Oscar.
Right.
He's gonna make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But to me, the energy I get from RP, we're calling him RP.
Republican Party.
Um,
Oh no.
the energy
We
from
love RP.
the energy I get from Ron Perlman, RP, is shit. Ant-Man.
Really, Paul Rudd?
Yes.
PR? RP and PR.
Oh, it fits.
I think we RPPR. That's destiny right there. And hey, I love Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Paul Rudd seems more of a femboy to me than Ron Perlman, though.
And all right, and going back, like I know we talked about this. If Paul Rudd were to ever have like a sexual assault allegation, I would say absolutely there's no truth to that whatsoever.
Yeah. I always believe the person saying it first, though.
Well, yes, but like
when it comes to that, I know it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. When it comes to that, like, when it does happen to a girl, it takes so much for them to actually say something. So when it does come out, I'm like, okay, this person is guilty, and they have to show me that they're not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
RPPR.
Yeah. That's really good.
Are
Are they in any movies together? Probably not.
The world could not handle that. I'm telling you right now, the person that you're standing across from right now
Yeah.
could not handle that. And then if Nick Cage showed up in that movie,
Isn't Hellboy Marvel?
I think so.
So it could happen.
Oh. No, but then the one guy took over.
Well, one guy.
When they redid Hellboy, he's from Stranger Things.
They redid Hellboy?
Yeah, the one that my... Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, I'm blanking on it. It's Hopper.
Yeah.
David Harborough.
There you go.
Yeah.
My
That's
wife
right.
is obsessed with him.
He likes penguins.
I'm calling you out, Megan.
I don't know if you know he likes penguins.
Well,
There's a whole thing with him
I'm
and
pretty sure
penguins.
my wife is going to be liking penguins too now.
No, this was a while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, if this tweet gets like 100,000 likes or something, then some scientists are going to take him to Antarctica to study penguins the next time they go, and then it happened.
Seriously?
So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. No, he's a great guy. I didn't watch the movie. I heard it sucked, so I just skipped it
It's hard
and then
'cause
forgot.
The first Hellboy, it's got a certain place in my heart.
Oh yeah.
And I only seen the second one in theaters, but
The girl in Hellboy also has like the Winona Ryder thing of like,
oh yeah, she's got
sickly emo.
major Winona Ryder vibes.
Yeah.
All right, we're not talking about Hellboy.
No, we're not.
Are we to the clones yet?
Yeah.
Things to say. So not Winona. Ripley walks through, is looking at all the clones, and then gets upset, kills that one.
That says "kill me."
Well, yeah, and then but like, she grabs a flamethrower.
Yep. I'm so glad you said it. Okay, cool.
Fire breaks glass.
Yep. Ben. Ben, I wrote 3 notes. That's one of them. I was so...
But you know
I
what?
was so floored.
It does make sense that fire can break glass because jet fuel can melt steel beams.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Too late. Too late.
Oh, I'm so sorry about all those beeps, listener. That's a lot. Anyway, so
I'll give you the. I will give you the Q cut. So don't the Q cut. Don't worry about it.
God. No, what drove me crazy is they obviously have fire extinguishers at the ready, just in the systems everywhere. They didn't put it in the place where all the fucking mechanical, like, things are to keep their fucking clones alive?
Yeah.
What? What? And then Ron Perlman, like, oh, what the fuck? Total waste of ammo. Like, what? What?
I mean, Ron Perlman's not wrong. He's not. They're all dead. Except that one. But then...
Maybe the juice they're living in was flammable or something.
But here's a dig towards Ripley, because she should know. Bullets
This is not Ripley. This is Clone Ripley.
Well, Clone Ripley. But Clone Ripley knows everything about xenomorphs.
Yes.
Bullets don't do that much to them.
Right.
Fire does. So she wasted all that fire on already dead things.
That's true.
Yeah. So, and then I'm not sure what really happens after that, because the next thing I got is that they're 3 hours to Earth.
Yeah.
And I wanted, if you want to talk for a while, I need to figure out how, because they're around Jupiter.
Yes.
I want to see how far that is to Earth.
Yeah, you can pull that
Okay.
up. Yeah. I just love that, like, all the deep spaceness of Alien just got wiped in this movie. They're like, no, we're in the Milky Way. Like, what? Why? Why, though? Why are you there?
I'm going to do Saturn because they don't show Jupiter until
Earth
later
to
on.
hell? That's funny.
How far? 76 million miles.
Okay, divided by
Okay.
3 hours. I have a phone.
Well, here, no. So it takes, what, 8, 9 seconds for the sun to reach us, right?
I don't think the sun has ever reached us. What do you mean?
Well, like the light.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something like that. Yeah. So it's what? It's 746 million. They're going 248.
It takes 1 hour, 20 minutes. So they're going 1/3 the speed of light. Roughly.
1 billion. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, that's kilometers. I need
I know,
miles.
but it takes light 1 hour, 20 minutes. So they're roughly going 1/3 the speed of light.
But isn't Jupiter further away from us?
No, Saturn is Jupiter. Or Saturn is further. So when they...
Yeah, Saturn's further than the sun, though, right?
The sun's in the middle, bud.
Uh-huh.
So what are you saying? No, so when they say that they're 3 hours away from Earth,
Uh-huh.
they don't show where they are in space. But then, like, a scene or two happens, and then they show their ship flying past Jupiter.
Right.
Saturn is further than Jupiter. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. So I'm going off of Saturn.
They are going... what is that?
Approximately 1/3.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, they're going 248,666,666 miles per hour. And the speed of light is 671 million miles an hour. So what is that? 671 divided by 3. They are going faster than 1/3 of the speed of light. Jesus Christ.
Faster than anything that we have ever had. I feel like I'm really low on the...
You'll fix it.
Okay. Am I not close enough?
You were, and I can still hear you on my headphones.
Well, I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah. I don't know.
We do need to fix yours so it's
Yeah.
for the cord. All right. Enough shop talk.
Back to this bullshit movie.
What's inside of me soon?
This is a lot more fun than the Last of Us one was. I do want to say. I think I'm going to enjoy listening to this far more.
Well, our next episode might be... No. Because I can still shit on...
Punisher?
I can still shit on that movie even though I love it.
Yeah, which one is it? Is it Punisher or the other one?
We decided on Punisher and... Lord of the Rings?
Fight Club?
Fight Club.
Okay.
Oh, we're really going to bro out. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, shit. Oh, no.
When we do the Fight Club one,
Mm-hmm.
tank tops or no tops? One of the two.
I don't have a tank top.
You better rip those sleeves off. How about this? I will just give you a shirt and you can just rip the sleeves off.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can just talk about how much you hate women for 5 minutes, get it out of your system, and then we'll start recording.
I really love women.
I do too, I know. All right.
Women are so great.
So, yeah, this is... Because, like, towards the end of this movie... Because, like, we're coming up to the water scene, and there's a bunch that happens in that scene.
Yeah, Ron Perlman almost died in that.
In real life?
Mm-hmm.
Who directed this movie?
You want to pull that up? I don't remember.
Because they're going to get some angry emails. You don't mess with RP. Oh, no, it's the guy who directed... Hold on.
Oh, no way.
All right, you direct Alien Resurrection, and then you direct Amelie. How do you go from that?
What is Amelie?
You've never seen Amelie?
What is that?
That. Okay, cut this.
Okay.
That is a French snooty fart film, and I actually like it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, no, I do remember.
No, and he was
Very
being
long,
so pretentious, he wouldn't let it be, like, streamable.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And I don't think it's still streamable to this day, because he didn't get some award or something.
Yeah.
And he's being all butthurt about it. It's a good film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, he wrote all of his movies except Resurrection. It must have just been a paycheck. He just needed the paycheck.
All right, and we're back.
Yeah. What sucks about this movie is there's a good Alien movie,
In this movie?
like, around this movie.
Maybe it's the other movie that they were filming.
Yeah, it either happens directly before or directly after this movie. But it's not this. But yeah, because, like, honestly, him directing horror, I can see that, like, he knows the angles, he knows what to do. It's Resurrection, so it's just bad.
Yeah.
That sucks that this was his only, it looks like it's his only horror. It's his only stab at it. Man, that sucks.
I don't even know if I would consider this horror, because, like, there was nothing scary about this film.
Hulu says this is a thriller, and the other Alien movies are all horror.
I'd say thriller/comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
All right, did you want to talk about the water scene?
We can. This is the only facehugger scene.
Oh, it is.
Yep. And it attacks the robot?
Yes.
Awesome facehugger scene, God.
Because they all think that she's infected. Yeah. No, I mean, so the editing in this scene. So this scene to me could have been really... All right, I take it back. The scariest scene in this was seeing the xenomorph swim.
Yes.
Because to me...
I have a thing with water in general.
Yes.
That was actually very scary.
But to me, there's no way that thing... Like, he should have killed so many more of those people in the water.
Yes.
And the way they made that thing move in the water was really good.
Yes. And, yeah, and I'm pretty sure Covenant also has a swimming scene. There's a scene with water.
And
So they do swim.
So you having a thing with water,
Yeah.
and me never growing out of being a 12-year-old boy.
Uh-huh.
When I watch scenes where they go underneath water,
Mm-hmm.
I hold my breath.
Do you?
I do.
I shut my eyes usually. I don't know if I don't remember where it came from, but I have a huge phobia with anything in the water, like piranhas, most sharks. Some sharks I'm okay with. If they don't thrash, I'm usually okay. Usually smaller sharks don't thrash about too much.
I would personally, me swimming with sharks,
Uh-huh.
I would be much more terrified of crocodiles.
Yeah, I also don't like crocodiles or alligators. Stingrays even, they got a face. I don't like that. That's weird.
You don't even have to say that. They took Steve Irwin from us.
Yeah, it's true.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, just kill them all. Really mess up the ecosystem.
Let's start that movement.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, just anything in the water that wants to eat me, I'm okay. Or can eat me, I'm good. I know stingrays can't technically eat me, but they can kill me.
They can kill you.
And I don't need that in my life.
No.
And when it happens in movies, I'm like, I could experience this, and it just makes me very uncomfortable, and I don't like it. And it's my only like real phobia, is like things in water.
Well, me scuba diving, and a lot of my scuba diving's been off of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw two sharks. Saw a bull shark. He was very far away.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I still have a piece of my wetsuit inside of my colon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I tightened up real hard.
Yeah, they can come at you very fast.
And
yeah.
then swam up on a nurse shark, but their teeth are like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Still, they're like 6 feet long.
Yeah.
And then I swam up on an eel one time, and that, because those things should not be on our planet.
No.
They don't look earthly.
Yeah.
It's a giant snake in water.
It's not great. Eels are another one. Whales, don't like any type of whale, especially orcas. I know they're not technically whales, but
Drain the oceans.
Yeah.
# drain the oceans.
Yeah. But don't, because we actually really need those. Just don't go in the ocean.
Yeah.
Why do we keep doing it?
But it's beautiful. But then you get to swim next to like a sea turtle, like that one photo. When
I hit my head on a sea turtle.
But that photo, I took that photo that comes up when I start my PC.
Oh.
I took that.
Nice.
And they just treat you like you're.
Yeah, did I tell you my sea
fish.
turtle story?
No.
I was paddleboarding on a private beach. We were on a cruise, and the Carnival owned this beach. They had paddleboarding, so I did that, and I finally like stood up on the paddleboard for the first time. I was so excited, and then I saw something move in the water, and of course I freaked out because I don't like things that move in the water.
Yeah.
But it's a paddleboard, so I went like my top half was trying to get away from the thing, and then water is a bitch, so I went directly on top of the thing that was moving, and I hit my head, and it felt like I hit my head on a rock. Like it was just super dense. Quickly got up and was like, what the fuck? It was just a sea turtle poked its head up at me, and I was like, sea turtles could still fuck me up if he wanted to. Like maybe this is a snapping turtle, which that happens all the time. Especially here we have a pond full of like snapping turtles. Fun fact. Don't go swimming in Casper. But
Where
what?
Where do we have all those snapping turtles?
The pond by the landfill.
Do not like that. Try to do that without headphones.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anyway, it's the pond by the landfill. But yeah, this sea turtle just like looked at me, and I was like, sorry, and then just swam away. I was like, that was so cool. But whoa, that was scary.
I could see you apologizing to us.
Yeah. I did.
I'm sorry.
He accepted it. He was just like, well, he just swam away.
So, I'm assuming the scene where Ron Perlman almost died was when he's hanging upside down.
No, it was when they were in the water shooting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, and yeah, like everything else. I mean, we can talk about the chest burster suicide kill
Yeah.
because the next thing after that is just the ending because I didn't want to write anything more about that. Ripley's offspring.
Yeah, the face hugger coming through the guy
He uses it to kill.
so fucking cool.
Oh,
And then they all just like unload on him. Which
but
Ron Perlman saying to Ripley, "Oh, what a waste of ammo," and then unloading his whole clip.
yeah.
I was like, "What? Excuse you, sir. There's still more."
I love that kill scene, but that does not belong in my Alien movies.
Right.
It's great anywhere else.
Yeah. Like a Friday the 13th. That would have been
Perfect.
even AVP 3 like that. Like
Any of the AVPs.
yeah.
Because they knew how serious it was.
Yeah.
They're like, this is just going to be a summer blockbuster hit.
Yeah.
Let's just do the things that we want to do that we couldn't because Alien is more serious and conservative.
Right.
And just, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great to see, but at the same time, I was just like, get your chocolate out of my peanut butter.
Yeah. That's a bad analogy. What do you mean? Get your chocolate out of my peanut butter?
Yeah.
That's delicious. What are you talking about? That's the best candy.
I was going to say get your Disney out of my Squaresoft, but I know that puts you on a rant too.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is trash. I said it.
I will accept that after you've played any of them.
Any of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Just like The Last of Us. All right, so do you want to talk about this clone?
Yes. So, what the fuck is up with this clone? This is number 8. This is the 8th iteration.
The 8th iteration of what?
We assume of the clone? Because this is Ripley 8. If you pull up IMDb, it even says Ripley 8.
All right, hold on. I need you to tell me where you think this clone came from, because I feel like you are not informed, or or you watched the movie wrong. Where did the white clone come from?
The white clone.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
The creature? Yeah.
I have no idea. Did I watch the movie wrong? Did they say it?
I'm not sure if you... So, this thing, right?
Yeah.
You think that's a clone of Ripley?
It's with Ripley's DNA, yeah? No?
So you missed the whole scene
I might have.
where the queen alien gives birth to that.
No, I saw that.
So then why are you saying that's a clone?
I'm not saying that's a clone.
But you're saying that's the eighth iteration.
No. Sigourney Weaver is playing the 8th gen.
I know, but we're talking about this.
You said, do you want to talk about the clone?
Well, same thing. It's
It's
the white piece of shit at the end of this
That's
movie.
not a clone.
Well, it's Ripley's baby.
Okay, well, I want to talk about Ripley 8, and then we can talk about the fucking
Okay.
creature. So, yeah, what the fuck? Why was okay. Even if this was written as a comedy, it doesn't make any sense.
If I ever watch this movie again, I'm gonna do it with the glasses of this is a comedy, and I bet you I'll like it a lot more.
Maybe. I tried to watch it because in one interview, Josh Whedon said this was... he was trying to write it like a parody. So, but that doesn't make any sense. Why bring back Ripley? I don't get it. Also, this is the 8th one. There was only 3 or 4 clones in the room. So...
No, there was... I'm pretty sure they showed all of the clones in that room, because...
They did not show 7 clones. There's no way.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Because there was a lot of tubes in there.
There's a lot of tubes. There was a baby tube, a teenage tube, a young adult tube, and then the woman on the table saying, "Kill me."
There's also a tube that I thought was like mostly alien and a little bit of Ripley.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, there's 2 of those. So there's 6. There's definitely not 7. Unless I missed one.
I think you might have.
But anyway, the clones look like that, and then Ripley is just like a super. She's a super soldier.
Well, it's because Ponytail Doctor got it right because he wanted to make his own girlfriend. That's what he wanted.
Can we keep her?
She's
Damn! We can. Fuck. Well, now I actually got to do work. Yeah, like she can hear the aliens. She shares their thing. She says multiple times like, "I'm their mother." Like, what the fuck? And then is like, "I'm gonna fucking kill them all." Like, what? Pick a side. Jesus.
No,
and then she feels bad at the end when the creature's dying, and I'm like,
so we did.
but why?
We did miss. So there's the scene where she like falls through the floor, and then was that tubes or was that just a bunch of aliens that she falls into? Because she falls into like either.
That's just a bunch of aliens.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bunch of xenomorphs
So
and babies.
she just falls into a sea of xenomorphs.
Yeah.
And again, that scene. All these scenes are so sexual.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah. She just like sinks into it. Yeah.
I hate this movie. It's not aliens.
Okay, and then we're up to the thing that drove me more crazy than this stupid looking thing. Never, ever, 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 in the 3 other movies, has a xenomorph kept a human alive and killed all the rest just so the human could talk. Facehuggers do it because facehuggers are just a parasite and they need the host to survive. Why the fuck is the scientist guy on some gooey fucking whatever? Like, he was dragged through the holes. The xenomorph's already pissed at him because he sprayed them with the fucking fucking ice whatever.
All right, I could be mistaken. Didn't they do that in Aliens?
Maybe, yeah, but like they're not alive and ready to like be like, oh, it thinks you're its mother. Like being a toony fucking villain. Like, what is happening in that scene? And again, it's like facehuggers and then the other things, which are like, maybe they're the baby xenomorphs. It's not a full-fledged, pissed-off xenomorph. Isn't going to grab you, put you on the wall, and just be like, okay, well, I'm going to kill everybody else then. Like, what? Why are you the one who gets to survive the whole fucking movie on a fucking wall? That doesn't make any sense. Also, shut the fuck up. Be like, hey, Ripley, help me. I created you. Be like a normal fucking villain, you weirdo.
I believe they did that in Aliens. Like, they were still alive in those sacks. And then...
They were in a sack. They weren't glued to the wall.
But I think they were still alive. And then,
yeah, absolutely.
And then there's deleted scenes in Alien. They weren't alive, but they were in sacks. But I want to say in either Prometheus or Alien Covenant, they did the same thing from Resurrection. They did something like that.
Okay.
Maybe they were just in sacks, but they weren't actually like talking.
Yeah, the doctor's literally glued to the wall, and it was driving me crazy.
That's why I'm saying this is not an Alien movie.
Yeah,
so
So
then we get.
I hate it.
So then the albino creature is born. So it was originally supposed to have both male and female genitalia. 20th Century Fox was uncomfortable with this.
Oh, we almost had a hermaphroditic.
Yeah.
Like, okay, where would the male part have come from?
Probably its belly. I don't know.
No, like, because xenomorphs don't have it. Did they take a male somewhere and like?
I don't know. I'm just reading what it was supposed to be.
Because it's not the doctor's genitalia; he's up on the wall. Where's the male genitalia coming from?
It required 9. This hunk of shit that almost took the whole entire Alien franchise and just canceled it.
Yeah.
Because when did Prometheus come out? What, 2010?
10?
So it took them 10 years after. Well,
13.
13 years after this monstrosity of a movie. But they paid 9 puppeteers,
2012.
and it was the most complex
15.
animatronic in the film. And I'm glad you barely get to see it because it's ugly.
You see it too much, honestly.
Yeah. And
Like,
then
less
how?
is more.
I mean, I would love to know when they decided that Ripley's gonna flick blood on the screen or the window thing, and that's how they're gonna kill it.
I mean, they did set that up
Well, I guess
in the prison cell.
that's how that's how she's killed all the aliens. Is just vacuuming them into space outside of 3.
Or a shotgun, yeah.
Well, for the final climax,
Yeah.
because she fights the queen in a robot suit,
Oh, yeah.
but that's not in space, is it?
They're
Yeah.
in space.
Yeah. Okay. And then the first one, it gets shot into space.
Yeah.
The third one, she kills herself with the
Wow, this is
magma.
like stop shooting or stop putting Jason back in the lake. Stop shooting the xenomorphs into space. It's not working for you.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the end of the movie.
Damn. Fuck.
So we did talk earlier about ranking all Alien movies, and yes, we are counting Prometheus.
Okay, I got something to say about this creature before
Okay.
we start.
I mean, there's not much more to say outside of it's just
No,
we just don't think about it. Like me and the other people who love aliens so much, we just
Right.
don't think about it.
I want to be in the room where they're trying to come up with like the end all be all monster for this fucking movie. And they go, you know what the xenomorphs don't have? They don't have eyes.
Yes,
They don't have a nose.
they're black, so we gotta do the opposite of everything.
Right.
Yes.
And they don't have a normal tongue. So let's give it eyes, a fucking non-nose, which like is a nose because it looks like it smells Ripley at some point.
It's a little pig nose.
And then it licks Ripley with a normal nose. How is that better than a fucking weapon for a fucking tongue? What? How is any of that better? The xenomorphs have super strong hearing to make up for the lack of eyes. So just give it eyes?
But they also
That's
have-
going to make it a weaker predator.
But they've got the tongue that goes through your skull. The little mouth tongue.
Right. That's a way better weapon.
Yeah. No, the xenomorph it's perfect.
Right. What? Huh. Okay. Anyway, I want to know why they're like, let's give it eyes. Why? You don't need to.
And then those gangly arms,
Yeah.
weird oversized hands, and then just weird jointed legs, and it's hip bones that you can see.
It's really bizarre.
It's just someone fucked up on their job.
Yeah. And then it's got like human teeth,
Yep.
but it's still strong enough to bite that dude's head off.
Yep.
Like, why not? Sharp teeth aren't
But
a
it's
better
thing. So it's weird. Its lower jaw reminds me of it's the clown from Spawn. How it's
Oh, yeah.
It's got that weird long jaw.
Yeah. I don't know. This thing was so stupid.
It's a bunch of ideas.
Fucking.
Is it Family Guy or is it South Park where they show it's South Park where they show how Family Guy makes their episodes? Manatees like hit balls.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's what happened.
probably. Joss Whedon should never be allowed to write anything. He's
No.
really good. I will give Joss Whedon one credit. He's really good at handling multiple people talking. He's not the king of it, but because Tarantino's the king of that. But he's really good at making all of his characters relevant when he's directing.
Okay.
He will give them all pretty equal screen time. He tries to give them all pretty equal lines.
I mean, he did the Avengers.
Right,
so,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. And like Firefly, like if you take anybody out of Firefly, it's a weaker show.
Yes.
If you take anybody out of Buffy, Actually, if you take Xander out of Buffy, it's a way better show. But people don't agree with that. I just personally hate that character.
We've just been recently watching Buffy, but
Really?
yeah,
Oh. That has one of the best TV episodes of TV. And I will tell you about it after the show.
I thought 6 Feet Under was considered to have like one of the best episodes of TV.
Maybe, but I would put Buffy's I believe the episode is just called The Body.
Can I put in one counter argument?
Yeah.
The episode in season 2 of Xena where she invents CPR.
That's right. Oh no. Oh my god, that's right. Oh
Yes.
no.
I have been watching a lot of Xena.
Fuck.
So whoever listens to this, I did not have internet
That's
for
really good. That's
like
really good.
6 or 8 days. So
6 or 8.
It felt like 2 weeks, but I cracked open my box set of Xena and powered through so much Xena.
That is incredible.
Okay,
Yeah.
ranking Alien.
'Kay.
Joss Whedon, just retire.
Yeah, you're good now. You
Yeah.
got enough money. Especially after Justice League. Go fuck yourself.
No, we got the Zack Snyder cut. And why would they go from Zack Snyder to him? That is like
Because you're handling multiple people. That's really it. You call him when you're handling multiple people.
But the style of the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta tell you stuff about the Snyder cut too, but yeah. Anyway, okay. So Alien at the top, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Alien 3 after that?
We are counting Prometheus, The Covenant.
Yeah.
I would like to include
AVP.
AVP and AVP Remnant.
Okay. That's not what it's called. It's like AVP Requiem or something.
Yeah, Requiem. Well, at the beginning of this show, I said we're reviewing Alien Isolation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really bad at this. Alien Isolation, I would put, like, just story-wise.
Just give us a movie.
Like,
Give us a movie and we'll do it.
Dude, oh my god.
Give us a Dead Space style anime.
I would. Oh my god. That game is so good. Fuck. Prometheus after 3. And then you're gonna hate me.
You gonna put Aliens there?
I'm gonna put Aliens, Covenant, and then Resurrection. I guess I would put AVP 1 right after 3. If we're just talking like just the alien scenes.
No, just the whole movie.
Oh, the whole movie.
Yeah.
I would watch AVP before Alien 3.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. AVP 2 though.
Yeah. That one,
Oh god, I would put that below Covenant. It's just not fun to watch.
no.
It's really not. But I would definitely watch AVP 2 over Resurrection. Resurrections.
So, Alien 1. I would do Prometheus as number 2.
Damn. It's not an alien movie till the end of the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
who directed it?
I don't remember.
The same.
Is it Ridley Scott?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, just, I feel like...
Did he do Covenant?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like the storytelling, just the way the story is in Prometheus is really good.
That's true.
And then you get to learn about the big people.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until watching this movie how well Ridley Scott is, how good Ridley Scott is at fleshing out a character in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Because all the people in Resurrection are just for slaughter. They're there to die, and that's it.
I mean, he is my favorite or one of my favorite directors
Yeah.
ever.
In Prometheus, I do care that most of the people are dying, but like, I don't know. I don't care as much as I do in like Alien 1. Alien 1, every time somebody dies, I'm like, oh, like that person just straight up died, and
Yeah.
I am in shock right now.
Yeah, and you're like, shit. There's only like 4 people left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I only think 3 survive altogether, right? It's just Brooke and Banshee?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ripley? That's fucking wild.
So yeah, after Prometheus, I guess starting at the bottom is gonna be easier for me. So this slog of dog shit is dead last,
Yeah.
and then I would rather watch AVP Requiem
Yeah.
over this movie. And then I guess Aliens,
Okay.
even though those two are a hard tie. AVP 2 and Aliens 2 are a hard tie. for me.
Really? I'd much rather watch
I
Aliens
find
over-
Aliens 2 just so hard to watch because it's such the opposite of Alien.
Right.
What else do I have
Anytime
left?
you add the military in, it's hard.
Right.
I think only one horror series did it.
So what's left?
Three,
3,
in my opinion.
3 and AVP.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd watch AVP over 3. I love 3 because I love.
Oh, where are you putting Covenant?
Oh. See, I like Covenant. You know, Alien, Prometheus, Covenant, AVP.
No shit.
Yeah.
Covenant's that high? Covenant's your
I think it's a
number 3.
I think it's a really good Alien movie.
It's your number 3. You would watch that before the first AVP.
Ooh. Because I do love Predator.
You would watch that over Alien 3?
Can I tie Covenant and AVP?
No. Under no circumstance. Our friendship is hinging on you saying Covenant is your number 3 Alien movie.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Because when I watched it,
No,
So-
Ben.
I called you after watching this slog of dog shit, and you said Covenant's no better, and I was like, I've only watched it once. I really enjoyed it.
I recant that,
But
but
when I rewatched it, because I watched this movie and Covenant in the same day,
yeah.
I really liked Covenant.
Okay, yeah, Covenant's a movie for sure, and this is not. But like,
I feel like it's
your number 3 is Covenant
yeah.
over AVP. We're already like in danger zone because you put Prometheus as number 2,
Yeah.
and like Alien 3 exists, and so we have a problem. But
I mean, you can make the argument that there's really not there's a dog xenomorph in 3. There's not a human xenomorph in 3.
yeah, but I thought that shit was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But that's what some people will say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's still,
I don't know. I like the
oh,
whole.
to my point earlier, yeah, they evolved that fast.
Yeah, that is true.
They did establish
Yeah.
that.
But like the whole spore aspect of it put
Mhm.
like a new, like you're never getting rid of this species aspect to this creature, and I feel like that adds a whole new level of terror to an already perfect specimen.
Specimen.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know, man.
And
Covenant, man.
Danny McBride's in it,
I get it.
and he is the next Ron Perlman. After Ron Perlman unfortunately passes, Danny McBride will be like, I got you. He's going to take that mantle.
I even love, what's his name? Magneto. Fassbender. I like him.
I think he's a great android.
Yeah.
It's time for him to go.
He's really good at it. Covenant, while being it's okay.
What's your problems with it?
It's like, who are you rooting for in that movie? Who do you want to survive? I want them all to. I want the xenomorphs to win.
I think. So with Covenant, you have the xenomorphs.
I'm on the side of the fucking android in Covenant.
See,
And
but
I'm not supposed to be.
he's the bad guy.
Right, and I'm on his side.
Wow.
Yeah. I want all the motherfuckers to die. The xenomorphs are
Jesus.
still cool, and I will give you that. And like the android's plan for them is really cool. Ridley Scott did a bad job about making me care for those characters because I want them all to fucking die. I cared about the girl from Prometheus and she's dead, so now that's the only reason I would want the android to lose is because he made sure she was dead, and that's not cool.
But we had what's his bucket in it for
But-
like a minute, and he died.
Which one?
He does movies with Seth Rogen.
James Franco?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that guy. He's a,
Well, I know.
a assault person.
Can I tell you how right I was about him?
Oh no.
This cannot stay in the podcast.
Okay.
So, all right. All right. One of the best comedies that was made in the later 2000s.
The Interview?
The Interview.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
I'll still watch it today.
It's really good.
So we were watching another movie, and he was in it, and Megan said something, and I was like, "Yeah, but he's got like this weird, it's like pretentiousness, but then like
Insecurity thing.
but it like drives like this. Don't give a fuck, and I'll talk my way out of just this." No fucks given kind of mentality, but he doesn't give off the no fucks, but like he knows he won't get in trouble for it. And I
The sleazy. Like,
yes,
Yeah.
because like there was like this rumor on the internet that he loved these Japanese pillows that were human sized.
I remember this. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I said, I was like, that, and I told Meg, I was like, if that's weird or not, I said, but he seems the type, because he has money and he kind of has no care for human beings
Yeah.
because he gives that off.
Right.
Like, he pays a woman. You're going to have to take this out. I said this to Megan. But he, like, pays a woman to, like, sit next to his, like, where he sits. And her ass is in the air, but that's where he puts his bottle of champagne.
Oh, you told me about
Yes.
this. Yeah.
But, like, he
Yeah.
gives that off.
Yeah, he does.
And it's just like, but the interview's perfect. It's a
Yeah.
perfect comedy.
Yeah.
It's a perfect comedy.
It's so good.
But yes, The Covenant is my number 3. We're back.
Wow. I huh.
You have the Spore as a terror
AVP
factor.
and Alien 3 are both better. I'm just it's insane. At least Ripley's in 3 and it's like normal fucking Ripley for the most part. And like I can get behind her enough that I'm like I don't want you to fucking die and then you die. Like
All right, I think I was going off of rewatch. So if you were to hold AVP in 3,
okay, and we're back to give ratings because we forgot that part.
Not a delay at all.
Nope.
Okay.
Same day and everything.
So you have re-listened to... This is one thing I want to bring up before we do ratings.
Okay.
Jordan's Alien movie rating. This is how I heard it. Alien being number 1.
Yep.
You had AVP at number 2.
Yep. I stand by that.
Alien 3 at 3.
Yep.
Solid film. Prometheus 4.
Yep.
Alien 2. Covenant. AVP 2. And then Resurrection.
Yes.
You still stand by all of that.
Yes.
And I'm getting gripe for putting Prometheus at number 2 and Covenant. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. So we did, because I re-listened to it, and Ron Perlman and Paul Rudd have never been in the same movie.
Really?
Yeah. It was very sad.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe I need to rewatch Alien now that I'm like less stressed and hate the world less.
Yeah, that might help, but it won't because that movie's still dog shit.
No, not Resurrection. Resurrection's so good.
Oh, you mean Covenant?
Yeah, just like Yeah.
Okay.
And Prometheus and AVP. Because maybe I'll
Okay.
I have less hate in my heart.
And in the Covenant's defense, it has the best facehugger scene, in my opinion. It's got that really long shot.
Yes, yeah.
So
Yeah, no, since like Aliens 1, I think that's the best facehugger scene.
okay. All right. Let's.
I gotta turn me down just slightly.
I know I can hear my breathing.
Yeah. Well, you're okay. Yeah, I peaked that out. Okay.
All right. So the ratings we got so far, you gave the game a 6. I'm just going with your rating because I did not give it a lot of time.
Yeah.
All right. So what is the movie rating?
What's the lowest we can get? Is it scale 1 to 10?
I did 0.1.
0. I'll give it a 3 because there's some good shots in there.
Okay. I'm not changing mine.
Yeah.
No, I'm not changing mine at all.
And like, I don't know, the underwater scene was pretty cool.
It was.
Like in like a fucking xenomorph in underwater. That's fucking
Okay.
badass.
All right. You talked me into it. 0.5. It's bad. All right.
Okay.
Game cred. I guess because we're using our formula for the list.
Right.
With these. So I guess
So
you
it
gotta
would
take
be
it the way you can with this rating.
yeah. So like, how well did the game translate the movie?
Well, no, it'd be the movie gaining game cred. That's how that original.
right, but it's reversed here.
Yeah.
So, because they switched so much, because they looked at that dog shit of a story and went, nah, we're gonna do something else.
I mean, they got the title right for the movie. And the
Yeah,
game.
and I'm sure they wish they could have called it something else. I'm gonna say 5. I'll give it a 6.
And you're still gonna stick with a 6 for your game.
Yes.
All right, and fun meter for the movie. How fun was this movie?
I think if we were to like watch it and drink, we would give it like
I need
a
a lot more
4.
than drinking.
Huh?
I need a lot more than drinking. My liver could not handle it.
Yeah, so like a 4 if that were the case. As just
Man, you're
watching
so-
it like a movie, I think it's like a 2. Like I just want it to be over.
So generous. I'll be nice and just give it a 1 for fun. 'Cause-
Okay. Ron Perlman's in it.
So, this being one of our test episodes, we've done The Last of Us, Alien Resurrection. I don't know if you want to do like a quick rundown of Rotten Tomatoes compared to our scores, because that's how we have it set up on the
okay.
list too. So the Rotten Tomato Alien Resurrection rating is a 53%,
I'm okay. I'm looking ahead, but
and our
Rotten
movie
Tomatoes and
average
I are gonna
rating,
have
I
a
gotta change
fight.
that metric, but 31% is what we gave the movie.
okay.
You basically rated this game. They gave it a 61%. You gave it a 60.
Oh shit.
And then The Last of Us, if that episode ever gets released, be out there in the ether.
Yeah.
The Last of Us Rotten Tomato rating is 96%. Our movie average rating, 82. That seems low for the.
That does seem low.
series.
What happened? Oh, you gave it a 7.5? No, wait.
I gave the 9.9
And I gave it
an 8.5.
an 8.5.
Wow.
I gave it an 8.5?
Man, you did not like The Last of Us, huh?
No, that's wrong.
Wow.
I'm taking that back.
Okay. Which, like, what?
I'll give it a 9.5.
Okay.
I fucking love The Last of Us.
Well, change it to 83%. And
Okay.
then
Wait, how though? Something's fucked up on your
formula?
Yeah, on your formula. 9.9 to 9.5. That should be a 9.6 or 7. It should be a 9.7.
Well, the fun meter also is an effect, too.
Oh,
Yeah, because... Okay. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you gave it a 5.5.
yeah, there we go. Now we're back.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
that is our final rating for Alien Resurrection. Overall thoughts, really bad.
Yeah.
Just really bad, all in general.
It's just, yeah.
I will
Game's okay.
probably never watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Unless I'm stuck in a room and it's playing and I cannot leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, bad movie. All right.
All right. And then, so next episode, we're going to cover Mad Max?
Punisher.
Punisher first. Okay.
I'm so excited to get into Punisher.
All right.
And then we'll do Mad Max.
Okay. All right. So next episode will be the Punisher. Is there anything else?
In the Mad Max one, we'll say what is next. And then, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Visit us next time.
Do you want to just try sign off so we can just...
This was a bad movie, so drink lots of beer or vodka. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll say the level of drink you need to do if you want to experience the movie that we just watched. So, if you plan on watching Alien Resurrection, drink lots, like copious amounts of the hardest, gut punchiest, whatever fucking liquor, but my preference is vodka. So,
if we can get to the point where we actually have a regular schedule of recording, we should try to do like a signature drink for the episode.
okay.
Because like the Punisher would be just straight wild turkey.
Yeah. Product placement.
Yeah.
We can't start talking about the Punisher.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
that's my sign off. So yeah.
Keep face hugging.
Okay. All right. And done.